Hello students, welcome to MJC Learning. For Standard 12th, subject Information Technology for Commerce, we are going to learn the 7th session of the chapter Computerized Accounting using GST today. So we shall study about the inventory part of the accounting software. Earlier, we were learning the accounts part, handling ledgers, vouchers in the accounting software. Any accounting software, if you take, it's the same thing. Now we are going to learn the inventory part of accounting software. So let's start. Inventory is a valuable business asset. Inventory is the goods and materials that a business holds for sales. It is the array of finished goods or goods used in the production held by a company. So inventory is classified as a current asset on a company's balance sheet. It serves as a buffer between the manufacturer and the order fulfillment. Inventory is the items that your business has bought with the intention of reselling to customers. The items may be resold without change or they could be combined into a new product. Inventory is an accounting term that refers to goods that are in various stages of being made ready for sale, including finished goods, work in progress, and raw materials. What is finished goods? Goods that are available to be sold. Work in progress means in the process of being made. It's not complete, it's in the process of being made. And raw materials are to be used to produce more finished goods. Earlier it is raw, now you will be creating something out of it. So it is used to produce more finished goods. Retailers typically refer to inventory as merchandise. For example, electronics, clothes, vehicles, etc., held by the retailers. This is all considered by them as the merchandise. The main function of inventory management is to determine the sufficient amount and type of input products in process and the finished goods. This facilitates the production and sales operations and minimizes cost by keeping them at an optimal level. So inventory is also defined as a stock or the store of goods. These goods are maintained on hand or near a business's location. You have heard about the godown or a warehouse. You can maintain it there also. Inventory item is a separate product which can be specified in stock. If your company sells stock items, you can track your inventory. Therefore, an inventory item is a product that is purchased for resale and is tracked in stock on the balance sheet. A computerized inventory control system is the integration of sub-functions involved in the management of inventory into a single cohesive system. It's a software installed on the computer, computerized inventory control system. This is installed on the computer. It's a system that enables a firm to keep a check on the inventory levels by performing the automatic counting of inventories. It shows you the status, how much you have bought, how much is sold, how much is aging now, the stock ages also, how much is transferred from one warehouse to another. So this software keeps a check on all these levels and it automatically counts inventories also and updates. It records the withdrawals and revises the stock balance. Also, all the documents such as purchase order, inventory, account statement, these get automatically generated with the use of computerized inventory control system. Only that the accuracy of inventory items inserted in the system depends on the data entry made by the person. Since therefore a proper entry should be made to obtain the correct inventory levels. This is up to us who are feeding the data. If the data is proper, it will do the calculations proper and it will update all the reports also properly. Okay, so this was the theory. Now let's start with the working. How do we proceed with the stock feeding, inventory feeding in an accounting software? We have already learned how to create a company or an organization in the earlier session in accounting softwares. At this step also, after you enter the details like this name of company, address, email ID, financial year and so on, you are asked the type of company. You are maintaining accounts only or accounts with inventory. So decide this beforehand only. If it is only financial part, you can select accounts only option. If you are dealing with stock also, then you can say accounts with inventory. So in this part, we will see this option, accounts with inventory. In the previous sessions, only accounts was dealt with. That is the creation of ledgers, voucher entry and checking the various reports. Now when you want stock entry, you will have to select the accounts with inventory option and this will let you enter the accounts also and the stock also. And it will show you the accounting reports and the inventory reports separately, updated also accordingly. So after choosing the inventory option, you have to save the file and proceed further. Same like how we do in the accounts part. The ledger creation, the classification of ledgers into groups, and the voucher entry, this is all remaining same except the changes in the stock part when you are buying or when you are selling. So our purchase voucher and the sales voucher will be slightly different. Rest all the vouchers which we have learned, contra, payment, receipt, journal, they all will remain as usual. Now to begin with stock items entry, it will be like according to your stock which you sell in your company. Different business sells different types of products. So here we begin with stock entry. First, you have to put the name of the stock. We are creating the stock items here according to our company sale and in the accounting software how it is done that we are seeing now. So put the name of the stock, that is in this example it is Dell laptops. So this is to be specified accordingly and then its unit of measure later on. So when I say laptop, its unit is either pieces or numbers. You can say 10 pieces, 10 laptops purchased, 10 numbers laptops purchased, etc. If you take another stock items, say any medical, Vicks VapoRub, okay, 25 ml, 50 ml, the unit will be bottle. You are getting Vicks VapoRub in a bottle. So accordingly, you have to create the unit depending upon the stock. In this another example, say name rice. Stock item name is rice. So here the unit will be kilos or bags. If you are selling in kilos or if you are selling wholesale in bags, you have to choose the unit accordingly. If there is last year's closing stock remaining, then it becomes this year's opening stock. That also has to be given later as the quantity and the last year's rate per stock item. That also has to be specified. Otherwise, you will be just creating the stock item, name and the unit. So this is how you enter the stock items. Next will be if you have multiple godowns or warehouses. This is an optional part. If you have godowns, then only this step will be important for you. So if you have multiple warehouses which store various inventory, then you will have to change some settings in the accounting softwares, because to create a warehouse, the option by default is off. So you will have to put it on and then start the working on it. So now to create a warehouse or a go down, you have to again enter the name of the warehouse, but check the heading. To create stock items was different and to create warehouses is different. So here you are putting the name, the warehouse and the location of it. And under the primary category, this will be always by default. If you want to put another category, the name of the state or something, then you can change it and later save it. So name of the go down with its location and finally save. This will create the beginning part, that is the stock items, the units and the warehouse. In that the warehouse part is optional. But if you are having accounts with inventory, then the stock item has to be created. Next then will be the ledger creation as usual and classifying under the primary or the subgroup accordingly. That step will follow. Now when you are purchasing new or additional stock, or when you are selling stock, that will be the voucher entry step. Ledger classification will be same. Voucher entry will be slightly different. Let's see the purchase part first. That is when you are purchasing new stock. Earlier in the accounts only part, in the session of vouchers, refer to the fourth session. Earlier in the accounts only part, our purchase transaction was like, for example, purchase goods of rupees 1000 from ABC and Company. Take one example. Okay, so our entry was purchase goods of rupees 1000 from ABC and Company. So how we used to write? Purchase account debit to ABC and Company. This was the transaction from the purchase voucher. Now what is included in rupees 1000? That stock part you will have to specify. Earlier total was specified. Purchase goods of rupees 1000. What do you purchase of 1000? That was not specified. So here we will be specifying that. Ledgers will be two only. Purchase account has to be created under purchase account and ABC and Company under the sundry creditor group. That is same. But the inventory part has the name of the item, okay, the quantity, the price, the total. Here will be the company logo, okay, the letterhead of it, the address, tin numbers, GST number, all that. So it will not be in the debit credit format. It will be as a inventory voucher format. Okay, so this part is changing, the stock part. So you will have to create the ledgers first, and in the inventory part, you have to give the name of the item, the quantity, unit, rate and the amount columns. They all will be displayed. Calculation will be automatically done. You just have to feed the figures properly. You have seen a bill format, no? So bill or the invoice given along when you purchase something. Same that type of bill format, it will be in the purchase voucher. Okay, so this is one image for reference I have shown. In different accounting software, you will get different printouts. So when you open the voucher, normally how you enter the date and the voucher number, that will be inputted. Specify ledgers. Two ledgers you will have to create: purchase and the creditor if it is on purchased on credit. And then this part is the inventory part. Enter the stock items, item or items, one or many, depending the quantity and the rate. The rate per unit, the rate of one piece you specify. If you purchase 5 pieces, 5 into the number of units will be calculated automatically. So final amount will be calculated and the final total also will be calculated and shown to you. So only the entry has to be done. So this is the purchase voucher part. Next part is the sales voucher. In the sales voucher also, two ledgers will be created: the sales account and the party account. Sold to Mr. XYZ. So how we used to have the entry? XYZ account to sales. So you here also you will be creating two ledgers: the sales account under the group sales account and the party account under sundry debtor. Okay, and their stock items to be sold are to be mentioned in the bill. So the item name will be there: quantity, unit, rate and the amount. Now, if discount is allowed, this is your company sales. So if discount is allowed to the customer, the percentage has to be specified, which is automatically calculated again on the total sales, and then it is added to give the final amount. Also, GST calculation with the slab percentages, that also will be, percentage will be given, it will be calculated and added if any. So taxes, discount, this is additional part in the sales voucher. So here you see these things are to be given, like name of the item, which from which go down you are selling it, how much is sold, rate of per. So finally the amount and the narration is also optional. These all things are to be given, which is the sales voucher with stock part. So again you will be specifying the date and the voucher number here. Here you have to specify the two ledgers, sales account and the sundry debtor. Then you have to enter the stock items, quantity and the rate. Amount will be calculated automatically. Discount and taxes if any. So same, it will be like a sales bill which is generated. Then, so these are the changes in the invoice part. Entering the stock items, units, warehouses, that is the go downs, the quantity and the rate, and then passing the voucher entries in the voucher with the stock. These were some of the changes in the inventory part. Okay, so this was the beginning part of inventory. Next part, we will be continuing in the forthcoming session. Thank you.